Deuce here with some more Marvel Legends action figure reviews. I'm going to finish off reviewing the wave of the Thor Ragnarok figures. So, right here we have the Mighty Thor 9 Realms Warriors Marvel's Odinson figure. This is probably the only figure of the wave I really wasn't keen on getting, but I pretty much got him just so I could complete the wave and therefore complete the bath, because I did really want to get this bath. But we'll see. Maybe I'll open up the figure and I'll like the figure more than I thought. Here he is in the packaging. You get the standard Marvel Legends packaging. You get the little icon of Mjolnir there. Build-A-Figure Hulk. Legend series. You got him and all the accessories and whatnot in there. 9 Realms Warriors. So he shares the same packaging as Ares, which I reviewed earlier. You can find that on my channel. You have an image of Ares there looking pretty cool. And an image of Thor, or Odinson, whatever you want to call him. Go around the back here, we have Ares, Marvel's Odinson. A really brief bio, which I'm not going to read because I've done it already, but you can pause it and read it if you want. Then you've got the Hulk bath, and you've got the other figures in the wave. I reviewed all of these figures except for Hela. Hela will be coming next. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging. Obviously, your standard Marvel Legends packaging. So, I'm going to get them opened up, and we'll take a close look at the figure outside the box. Alright, so I have Marvel's Odinson out of the packaging, and it's not a bad figure at all. It's pretty solid for what it is. It's just a figure that does not overly excite me. There's not a whole lot going on here. There's some sculpting that's kind of nice. There's some things I like about it. Articulation's pretty solid, but it's just a version of the character that doesn't excite me. It seems pretty bland to me. I think he's definitely the least interesting of the figures of this wave, but it still is pretty cool. So we'll take a closer look and then you can sort of judge for yourself. So first off, we have this head sculpt here, which is pretty good for what it is, I guess. I mean, he kind of looks like he should be surfing on the waves on the beach rather than the former Thunder God, but yeah, whatever. And yeah, if you didn't know, this is based on either a young Thor or unworthy Thor, if you didn't know. But I'm assuming if you're buying this figure, you probably know. Yeah, it's pretty good. The eyes are painted really well. The hair looks pretty nice. It's quite long. Has some different paint put in to bring out the details. It isn't overly pliable though, so it does hinder some articulation. But yeah, it looks good. He's got a pretty stern looking face on. It looks pretty nice. Here he has his cape. He probably has one of the better capes in the wave. Almost all the figures have capes, but this Thor's is definitely the one that stays on the best, because it doesn't rely on any pegs or anything. It just is around his neck, which is good. He's got a silver buckle there painted on, and it's sculpted in a bright red paint, but has some black wash around the edges to make it look, I guess, all damaged. It's really cool. And you got all these rips and holes, which does look really nice. I really like how that looks. Looks really good, and it looks like it's kind of swaying in the wind. I think it looks really cool. The torso is nothing special. They basically just painted on the shirt rather than sculpting it, which I kind of don't like. I would have much rather seen that sculpted. It would have looked a lot better, but I guess I would rather have this painted and have the budget spent on other figures in the wave rather than this one, so meh. And regarding the head sculpt as well, this guy was actually released in the SDCC exclusive set with a bearded head. I haven't seen that figure, so I'm not sure if it looks better or not, or if there's anything else different with it, but yeah, technically this figure is released already. Then you got the arms, which are sculpted nicely. You got all the musculature and whatnot. You got some gauntlets there, which are separate pieces put on the figure, which look cool. His hands are just sculpted in sort of accessory holding, gripping hands, which is cool. You got this little belt piece that they put on there, which actually works pretty good. It's actually a separate piece, not just sculpted on the groin, it's a separate piece, but it melds really well. It looks really cool. And you got the legs here, nothing too special to go on about, but you got the shin armor here, or whatever, his boots or whatever. You got them brown straps, look nice, and they look pretty good. But like I said, pretty plain overall. There's not a whole lot going on with this figure, like I said. In terms of articulation, he's pretty good. He has a ball joint head with a hinge. You are going to be hindered. He doesn't look up at all, pretty much because of the hair, but he can look down and rotate, which is good. Ball hinges at the shoulders move really well. They go just a little bit past 9 degrees, not so much on this one because of the cape, but whatever. And they rotate well. Swivels at the bicep, which would work as you expect. Double hinges at the elbows move pretty good. Ball hinges at the wrists, which move in and out again. I would have much rather this one for a melee weapon wielding character, but whatever. Ab crunch on the torso, which works really well, forward and back. A swivel cut at the waist. Ball hinges at the hips, which move almost full splits outwards, which is really awesome, and kick out really well. Swivel cuts at the thighs, double hinges at the knees, and hinges at the ankles with rockers. So he has really good articulation. You can get this guy in a lot of cool poses, so that's a really good plus for this figure. And in terms of accessories, well, first of all, he does come with his back part. You get the torso of the Hulk figure, which I'm not going to go too much detail because I'm going to review this figure later, but it looks pretty good. And of course he comes with his axe here because he is unworthy, or it's his young Thor, whatever you're going to use him for. He doesn't have Mjolnir, so he's using his axe. Gonna butcher the name, gonna call it Janborn or something, or Janborn. I have no idea how to say the axe's name. It starts with a J. I don't know how to say it. But yeah, he comes with the axe, and it is a really nice accessory. It's sculpted really nicely. The wood and the brown look really good. It's a little sculpted grip. You can't really see because he's holding it, but a sculpted and painted grip there with a darker brown. It looks really good. The blade itself is painted in nice silver and has these nice etchings on it, which again look really, really cool. And it's a really cool accessory from the hold. One thing I will note is that I don't have the 3 3/4 inch version, but I'm pretty sure the 3 3/4 inch version you could actually store on his person. It had like a little holster or a loop or something. You store the axe on his hip. You don't get that with this figure, which would be cool if you did get it, but I don't really care because he's probably going to be holding it all the time anyways while I'm displaying him. Overall, this is a cool figure. It is a bit bland. I don't think it's an essential part of a Marvel Legends collection. I'd say only get it if you're either really looking for a young Thor, unworthy Thor, or if you want to get the whole wave to complete the bath. I think that's the only reasons you should really get it for the most part. I don't hate it. It's not a bad figure at all. It's just hard to get excited about it. There's not much going on, in my opinion. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned, and I'll see you all in the next one.